here is something no one is telling you on how to psychologically protect yourself during trades on those news days. And if you stay to the end of this video, I'll be sharing a major tip that is going to change your trading forever. Now, I always see traders go through an emotional roller coaster during those times when they have a trade on and news is dropping, price is moving up and down, and they don't know exactly what to do during that time. Now, I'm going to help you use these news events to your advantage, so stick around as we get into this. But before we get into that, my name is Gani, a day trader now for 5 years, and I've been fortunate enough to get several payouts from prop firms. And here on the channel, my goal is to help traders master their mind. Now, I have one request to you. If you find this video helpful, please do not forget to like the video, because this really helps out the channel. So let's get into this video, shall we? Now, when it comes to news days, especially high impact news days, like maybe FOMC, maybe NFP, maybe CPI, when these kinds of days come by, you understand that the market, most of the times, it's going to move very sporadically. So many times you might find price actually having so much volatility, and this most of the times ends up, messing up traders. So you do not want to be that kind of trader that actually faces this kind of emotional roller coaster. So many times traders actually, they might be in a particular trade and they end up, losing more than what they early anticipated to risk on that particular trade. So you do not want to be facing this, and this is basically why I'm sharing this, to basically enable you know exactly what to do when these news events drop. And this will in turn, end up helping you psychologically, because you do not want to be, let's say, in a winning trade and then it ends up turning into a losing trade. So you do not want this to happen to you. So let's go through the steps that you're going to be taking every time these high impact news events, drop or about to drop. What I suggest you do is that 5 minutes before these news events drop, what you're going to do is head over to your chart and basically move your stop to break even. Now, the reason you're doing this is simply because you do not want these news events with all the high volatility and, the increase in spreads, because with many of the brokers that we use, they tend to actually widen their spreads during this period of time. So you do not want to be affected by this. So what you're going to do as a way of trade management, move your stop to break even. This is basically going to protect you from those unnecessary losses that you might incur from the market. So once it gets to this period of time, move your stop to break even. This is basically to enable you protect yourself from the volatility that the market is about to actually experience at that period of time. And remember, guys, this is 5 minutes before the news event drops. Now, of course, as the news event drops, you just hold your trade right there. You do not do anything about your stop. And this is where I bring in the big tip I told you guys. Now, what you're going to do is that when it comes to your TP, you're basically not going to restrict yourself on exactly the amount of pips or points that you are going to make on that particular trade, simply because with these very high impact news events, price might move so many pips in a given direction. So if that particular direction happens to be your direction that you actually earlier anticipated, or that you earlier put on as your TP, you want this to basically spike through your TP and go as many pips as possible. So you want to take advantage of the particular news event. But again, this is another thing you also need to do. As you actually leave your TP free, you're also going to actually be very, very vigilant. You need to be on your close button. You're going to close that particular trade immediately when price, gets to a particular level and you feel those are enough profits, just close the trade right there for you to basically secure those number of pips that the market has given you. Trust me, when it comes to, let's say, prop farm challenges, this is how people actually pass prop farm challenges in just maybe 1 or 2 days, because this is the simplest way you can actually do it. Now in the comments, let me know if this is exactly how you've been doing it in terms of letting your TP, run freely. Is this how you've been doing it? Let me know down in the comments, because I would love to know exactly how you've been doing it. Now, for more great tips about your trading, check out this next video that I made about the secret pro traders actually use to beat the markets.